So I think I'm good now. Sorry about that. But yeah, we'll start on attack. So I guess we'll start just assuming like you're playing pistol round. What would you buy and where would you start here?
For Jett, I would buy Ghost and a Smoke.
Okay, we won't worry about the abilities because
Yeah,
yeah, but
I was
so where would you normally go? Do you have like one place you normally go here or you just like randomly choose with
if
your
it
team?
was A short, then I would go from here.
Yeah. But
I wouldn't
so
go the
you go it's like a 50-50 if you go A side or B side.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, that's fine actually. But this is probably the correct choice
I
because
would start here first most of the time. I would say.
okay. Yeah, this is a pretty good place to start. Um, what you want to do here, if you're starting here, this is a really good place to go. You usually want to start on this side because it's I don't know, it's just less favorable. I haven't played this game in a bit, but I just know that this side's over here is better for sure. Um, the one advantage of this side is that you can hold right here. So this is useful because if you know the enemy team's aggressive and like you died from this corner, you can just sit here, wait, and see if they cross, and then your teammates will probably be over here. But normally you just start on the left side, which is good that you're starting here. So, one thing to note is if you have a Sova, you can wait for the drone to come out, and then
I s- yeah, I
yeah. But
struggle like once I like getting up this without knowing.
so you mean like you can probably clear here, right?
Yeah, I never died of that.
Okay.
It's like getting
So
up there, and then like once you get past this box is where I always die.
I'm guessing you're probably are you sometimes nervous to push here at all?
Not really, not anymore. Like
Okay.
it's
So
just pretty
do you die
confident.
from like here, or like hookah maybe?
Yeah,
Or
not
heaven?
never, not usually hookah.
Okay. Do you use dash here?
Usually pop. Sometimes, not most of the time.
Okay, I
I
would use
usually stay
dash
pop.
here. This is where I would dash because
I usually is those two boxes right there. If I like claim this and then I get on the not those the ones further up, I stand on that and hold heaven.
okay, so you just try to like run up here with your gun out.
Or like yeah, once I clear the space, I get up there and hold heaven for like post plant.
That's a pretty good play. You just have to be careful of being peeked from there.
And you fall on someone else's.
I personally, this is just maybe a playstyle difference, but I like to go into here. If I'm playing Jett, I will.
Yeah, my MCI I do that too. It's
Yeah,
either on the boxes or I go through there and hold lamps.
yeah. So if you're playing Jett, definitely you want to use your dash here, in my opinion, because like
Alright.
if you get 2 kills, you're getting your
Smoke
dash back
dash or just
anyway.
dash?
I'll explain in a second, but usually smoke dash, because it's safer. Pistol round, it's not as important because you can get away with some like weird dashes. But if I'm playing Granny here, I flash here unless I'm getting a Silver drone to drone out, and then I'll flash like here. But if I'm playing Jett, I'll just kind of go like this, and then you can kind of just chill here, make sure you know they're not in the corners and everything. I would also usually buy a frenzy. That's just me though, of recently anyway. And then I don't think it was you I talked about this with, but whenever you peek something like this, because this is like a really weird angle, because they can be like
Yeah.
from here, they can technically be like anywhere, right? They can be like anywhere here. So you don't really want to just like go like this, because they're likely gonna have an advantage on you. So what I do is kind of just like, unless I have like a shotgun, or if you have a frenzy, you can play a little more aggressive.
Assuming it's because I'm silver, but not that many people play that, and when they do, I usually.
Yeah, that's fine. If you know silver players don't do that, you don't really need to be as cautious. But still, I would definitely check this
And
corner.
then wait, once you get in there, like go in there.
What?
Like, what do you do after you get in?
Okay, so would you play in this corner like this?
No.
No,
I would
definitely
go
don't
out
play
a little
there.
more, like go out a little more, or, like towards the other end.
I would play like this personally. Where would you
Okay.
play?
Well, what I usually do, I usually go forward and then like hold heaven, and then if I hear someone, I look down and hold that like that.
Okay, I
I
wouldn't
don't know.
do
It's
this.
kind of a weird angle, yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely something I wouldn't do because this is kind of like if someone's walking from here, they're gonna be looking at you, so it's gonna be hard. This is a good angle for heaven.
Also,
So
yeah,
like,
it works, but I think it might only work because I'm silver.
yeah, but also a good spot is right here. This is good for even like Radiant. People do clear this on like Radiant, but this spot is way better than playing like here. Well, not necessarily there, but it's better than here for sure. That's good. Have we talked about off angles?
Like right now, all the way in the corner.
Yeah, like instead of here, you're like
I
out.
don't know if we talked about it, but I
Yeah,
get that.
yeah. If you know, then you know. Basically, off angles are almost always better to play. Another example is like if you're defending, instead of sitting right here, you'd sit like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
barely. But yeah. So anyway, if I'm pushing short like this, just to reiterate, I would just throw a smoke somewhere in this area, dash, kind of like come in here, clear all the corners.
Yeah.
Personally, I wouldn't stay back, especially if I was in like a pistol round or like an like if we just one pistol round and then I have like a Spectre here. I would be playing very aggressive, right? Because like you have advantage, so
Yeah. Like
um
if you know you have an advantage.
also this is a good spot right here if you know someone's on site or like towards shower. What I would do is if you come all the way through here, you don't see anyone, there's probably a good chance there's someone over here, but if your team is pushing up, you can just I push spawn here. Like this is incredibly good.
Yeah, being in that spot allows you
Right
to
here.
kind of get to the end zone.
This
But
spot,
you also
if
don't dash up the start, like you said.
yeah, if you dash, if you can get to this spot, you're gonna get like if you just have patience, you don't want to push all the way into spawn.
Yeah.
But if you just sit like this and wait, because not in this corner, because this is the off angle, it gives you an advantage. If you just sit here and wait, you'll get at least like 2 kills, especially if you have trigger discipline. People in silver won't expect you to be here or here, anywhere. So so you just sit here, wait, and if they don't see you, you can wait for like two, because almost everyone in this map, especially in low ranks, they rotate through spawn. There's a low chance people will flank, but sometimes people will flank for sure. So, but majority of people will come through spawn. So this is a spot to play. 100%. This is like the biggest thing for A site, I would say, for attacking.
Yeah.
On short that is. So
I never thought
that's
about going all the way there. To be
yeah.
honest.
This
I
spot's
usually
good.
stop where I told you, like all the way in lands.
Yeah, I would push here. The only reason you need to, because like you need to be playing aggressive, especially if you're working on your aim. You need to like, it's called limit testing. You need to figure out what you can get away with and still make good plays. Um, and so sitting in here is good if you have like a shorty or like a worse weapon than them. Because obviously if you push with like a classic and they have
Yeah.
vandals and phantoms, then you're just gonna die. But this is especially good right here if you have an op or if you have a knife. I actually rarely use this, but this is actually a really like high
Yeah, I
level
like
spot to
this
sit.
spot a lot.
Yeah, this is really good. So kudos to you for that. But also, if you want to play really defensive, you can like sit here, but I wouldn't do that as Jett. I would almost always dash. And if
I'm
you're
always
playing
trying to
Reyna,
get in fight. It's just I die like sometimes when I try to get through that area.
yeah, so the biggest thing for you, I would recap here, is you need to dash somewhere toward here, because if you dash here, this whole block is covering you. They can't shoot you though, obviously, from sight. The only thing you need to worry about is hookah, and you have a smoke to play around, so you can kind of just wait, or you can walk through, make sure you clear the corner, and then, yeah. Um, but yeah, so to recap, you dash there, and then if you can, push up into here, and just sit there and wait. Also, one more spot, just to, because like, sometimes you'll push there, you'll get 2 kills, and you don't want to do that again, because like, you don't want to do the same thing twice.
Yeah.
This is basically the same thing, but it's just a different spot, so they'll check that corner. If you, like, say you got 2 kills there.
I've never looked at this corner in my whole time.
This corner is so good. Like, it's one of my favorite spots for this map as well. Only thing you have to be careful of is heaven drop and of course shower. But if you have a sight, you should have shower control. So, but right here, this is really good. You can play closer. It's probably a little bit better to play like here. And yeah, that's just that's this side of the map. So now we can go to shower. Sometimes I go to shower. It's pretty good as well.
I never usually go here, to be honest.
So as as a duelist, you definitely take advantage of like every part of the map. I think on Ascent you said that you
I
don't
try to go mid,
like
but it
mid and
doesn't work
cat.
that well.
Yeah, so like
Yeah, I go there because I know it's the right thing to do, but I'm not very good at it.
that's the thing I want to like get into to your head this session is basically like you need to
Switching
go
up.
yeah, no, yeah, like swapping up because like if you do the same thing, if you do one thing it works really well,
Yeah.
great, but you're not going to give away with that 13 rounds and win. Well, not
That's why
13
I
rounds, but
understand. I say I
yeah.
try to go mid, but it doesn't work because I'm not good at it. But like I do
Yeah.
try.
So
'Cause
that's
I
why
know it's the right
I'm
play.
gonna try to even out your knowledge of all these
Yeah.
spots. Cause so that's
But
one of
on here,
4.
I never go showers. I've probably gone showers like once a game, maybe.
Okay. Well, do you use Phantom or Vandal? Like you remember?
Vandal.
Okay. So, so there's a couple ways to play this. You can go over here and kind of just hold this. A lot of people like to do this. You just
I
wait to
can
see
get
if they peek.
like I can get in showers, but like I don't know what to do after that because it's like a one doorway. Like I don't know.
Yeah. What I usually
Feel
do
like
though
it's
is
crazy.
I walk up like this, close. Like to walk up
Yeah.
close and just kind of wait, see if there's anyone.
Hmm.
If there's nobody, then you gotta clear like that. But if you start here, you don't have to be careful of the right side. Like,
Yeah, because you can see them.
yeah, because you can see them. So, oh, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Don't do that.
That's how you
um,
start right there.
yeah. So if you clear the left and then you just kind of wait. Usually, nobody will be in showers, but sometimes people will be watching from like right here. So you have to be careful of that. And also this corner, probably not in silver, but at this point, I just kind of like to walk up and then, um, so is this where you can't really get past?
Yeah, I just don't like the lack of space right here. This is where I would struggle.
Yeah, this is a weird place. This is only okay. So this is you have to understand like the limits of where you're pushing. So for short, pushing short is like really good for taking A site because it like gives you control of this whole area, and you can sage wall. Like you can do a lot of stuff here, viper wall. But here it's kind of isolated, and you have to peek heaven, backside, like all this stuff. So this is good for like if you're lurking or if your team's splitting and pushing A, and you want to lurk here, so if you can get a kill for whatever reason.
Cause
So
like,
you can wait for them to peek from right here. You can get a kill. You can wait here, here, heaven, and then if no one's peeking you at all, and your team's B, say that's happening and you're looking here, you can just walk out. Make sure you clear this stuff. It's a gamble because like if you're checking here and then you get shot from over here, it's just unlucky. But that's the risk that you take. And then
it's like I'm confident I can beat them in a fight, but like when you're peeking that angle, there's just so many different places to like be looking.
okay, we can talk about like jiggling
Or
maybe.
like one at a time. Yeah, I know. Like
You like
check
this,
that, and then you check like more right, and then yeah.
and then if you think they're gonna peek there, you can isolate it again. This is called like isolating an angle.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can get shot through the wall, but it's not very likely unless they like see you. So.
Yeah.
So this is how I would do it. Just kind of wait, see, give them a chance to peek you, and if they peek you, it's a free kill. Cause like yeah, there's a difference between doing that and then just like this, and then you're
Yeah,
exposing
I
yourself to
never
all
do
of this.
that.
Yeah,
It's yeah.
but also understand that you don't if you're peeking these angles and you don't see anyone, you don't have to run out. Like this is just
Yeah.
if they're peeking you, this is a free kill, and then if you get a kill, then it's like a what? Probably like a 5v2 at most, or a 5v1 on A site until they start rotating. So that's that. But if you can't get out here and you get a kill or something, make sure you clear this and this, or you just want to come out because you're lurking. Make sure you clear here and here. But a good spot to sit is like this.
Yeah.
People don't usually clear this, especially
I
if
don't
your
usually
team
do
plants
that.
there. But yeah, so yeah, this is just, I don't know what else to tell you for this. That's basically just how you'd play it. Just walk up,
Yeah.
wait for them pretty much. You don't need to push unless you're either A,
Don't be
lurking.
too aggressive about it.
You can play aggressive if your team's making a lot of noise B, because that makes sense, right? Like the
Yeah.
pressure is being put on over here.
And
Especially
they're
if your
gonna
team's
check you,
like, if
or
your
not
team,
expect you to.
yeah, exactly. And then you can lurk out, or you can just wait for a kill. And sometimes you'll hear them running away, and you can kill them as they're running away, or you just walk onto site as they're running away, and you have free site control. So, um, you don't want to talk about defense at all, or do you want to talk about it a little bit?
I'm trying to think. For I guess I can't do A defense very well, but
Okay. So, did you know you can get up here without updrafting?
yeah, or no, I did not actually.
Okay, so if you get on this spot where you're holding heaven, if you before the round starts, you can actually do this. It's gonna be like the icebox thing I was trying to do for you. Oh shit. This is actually not even that hard. This is pretty easy.
Crouch.
Yeah. You don't have to, but it makes it a
Oh, you
little
don't?
easier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then you go here, and this is a pretty easy jump. That one I crouched. But this
Yeah.
is good, mainly if you're opping or if you have knives, because like you just kind of wait for them.
Would it be good to do just like if you're just on top of the other one, like standing on top of the green thing, not the green thing, like up there, like yeah.
Here?
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah, this is also a good angle.
I
Yeah.
didn't even know you could go up there without adjusting.
Yeah. It's not very hard to do, just a couple practices and you'll get it.
Yeah.
And then also you can, this is just a really good spot, like on top of here.
Yeah.
You can kind of play passive or, yeah. So the main thing that I do in defending though,
I never did that. I play lamps a lot, or heaven. Lamps or heaven.
I play lamps. I play there a lot. But one of my favorite plays, especially is Reyna, but also is Jett, is you can just, I'm gonna swap to the Phantom, cause why not? At the start of the round, you could just walk up like this, and then this is the one spot we have to be careful about. I showed you that on attack. So, but if you're here, you can just sit like this and wait. You'd be surprised how many people actually don't clear this. And whenever you do clear it, you said you don't usually die from here. So the
Yeah, I
enemies are
never.
probably also not expecting to die from here. So don't sit in
I
that corner.
if they are there, I usually win, but I
Yeah.
see people there quite a bit.
So I wouldn't, if I were you playing here, I would play an off angle just to
Yeah,
catch them off guard. And if they aren't clearing it and they just run out, then you have trigger discipline. You know what that is?
like get to, yeah,
Yeah, you
get
just
there.
wait. You get even more in that potentially. And then if you ran it, you just get a kill dismiss like back to here,
Or you dash out.
or you could dash. Yeah. Of course, I would die there because of the box, but usually this is like a commit. Like you commit to this play, and then you get like 2 and die for it, which is pretty good. But
You could smoke dash, might win.
yeah, and
But that also might just be so. You're high, man.
you can also just get spammed through the box or just tagged by drone
Yeah.
and killed. But
If you get 2 at least. Then
yeah,
probably
that's like a really good play for defense.
yeah.
Another
That
really
actually
good
helps
play.
a lot. But I never usually know what to do.
Another one.
I also wouldn't push up showers. I don't know.
Yeah, so another one talking about like swapping it up, evening out your like knowledge of the map is playing like this and just waiting, because it's also if they run up from short,
I feel
then
like I would expect this though. Like I don't know.
yeah, probably. But you'd be surprised how many times you can get away with it. Like it's just about experimenting what works with your playstyle.
It
Because for
might be
me,
because I'm smarter than some silvers, but I don't know.
probably I would just try this spot at least once.
Because I try not to do stuff that I expect that I would do. Like if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. But not everyone thinks like you do, of course.
Yeah, that's true.
So definitely try these things for sure. Like pushing up to here and then going on there.
Definitely at least once a game because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would do the same thing over and over.
Same thing. So you have, if you're playing Jett a lot, if you have updraft, think about where you can use updraft out on certain maps. Like for example, split on B site, you can go on the box outside of B main and sit there. It's the same thing as that pretty much. It's a very good spot and it doesn't get cleared all the time. But yeah, so whenever you go B, would you usually play toward hookah first or go long?
Wait, what did you say? Sorry.
I said, would you like if you're attacking toward B, would you go hookah or long first?
B, I would go long because I can't. I
Same.
don't know how to get out of hookah.
Okay. Oh, that show's sick. Okay.
I would go outside if I wanted to, like on the backside.
Oh, I hear.
Yeah, that's how I would do it.
Yeah, this is good. Because you said you win fights usually, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
So you can just come over here, take the fight. But I'll show you what I usually do. I like to get close like this. I run up and then I start shift walking.
Yeah.
And then I do like a jiggle, see if they're here. And if I don't see anyone, I'll just walk up. And then you always gotta clear the left.
I very rarely see anyone peek this though. I don't know.
Right here.
Like yeah. No one
Yeah.
peeks that.
So I would actually do the play that I just did if people don't usually peek. Because if you go long, if you go outside, then you're not gonna get here as quickly.
Okay.
So if
Yeah,
you
that
get
makes
here,
sense.
yeah. So then, but you do need to be careful of like this is like peeking from showers
Yeah,
on A.
that's where everyone peeks right there.
Right here, you just expect them to be there, have good crosshair placement. You can practice it, and then they could be here as well. But also, especially in this area.
I'm usually long's pretty good. I'm pretty good with long.
So let me show you defending here as well.
Alright.
So this
I
is
would
like
never play up here either.
this is a god spot right here. If you sit like this or like this. This is also a good spot, but it's much more expected. But up here, if you think about it, see how much taller this makes you?
Yeah,
So
I wouldn't
basically,
expect this to be on.
this is
I would
my
check-
favorite spot for B,
I would
for
check
sure.
like the far corner, like
Here or here.
yeah, or like right there, like on the grass. If anyone was up
Yeah.
there, they'd be over there. I would assume.
But like you can sit on this. It doesn't look like you're on it, but you are. And so basically, this makes you taller, which means it's hard to hit your head because people aren't used to you being
Yeah.
this tall, and it just catches them off guard. But you will have to shoot the first person you see. You can just dash away, one tap dash away or whatever. And so that's really good for defending. Should I show you how I'd attack in from long, or do you just want to go hookah?
I would. Yeah, I'd rather go hookah.
Okay.
'Cause I really don't know what to do once I get in hookah.
So I would practice using Phantom if you're gonna go hookah, because Phantom's is better for that.
Okay.
So I usually like to you hold this. You can spam it. I don't always spam it, but if someone likes to peek a lot, you can. So I like to walk up on the left side because it's kind of like the same thing as walking up like like this, and then you minimize your danger or like how often they can see you. And then I would play like this because this is a good spot to sit right here on defense. So if you're opping or you have knives, you can sit there as Jett.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone play that.
Yeah, but as you go up, you probably will.
Yeah, I
Um,
expect it.
but and then people will sometimes sit here.
So someone's always close left to this, and they always die pistol
Also,
round.
okay, so this spot I'll just go ahead and show you for defense.
Yeah, I play this spot.
This spot is cracked. You can play it
Yeah, I do it.
like move around on it.
Uh-huh.
You can sit.
Oh,
I sit
yeah, I
here a
don't
lot
like that one.
as well. I don't sit in this corner, but like out a
Yeah.
little bit is really good.
Oh, yeah.
My go-to play actually on defense is asking my teammate to come in here and bait for me and shoot the raise boom bot
Yeah, I've done that once.
and just sit here with a frenzy and you get like 2 or 3 almost always. But anyways, back to attacking. I'll ping the spots you have to be careful of, like here, 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 and then like on top of the box.
Like what to do once I get like once I claim hookah, I'm kind of lost.
Okay. So this is kind of like showers, right? Because like you don't really know what to do again.
There's not much space.
I think I'll give you a general rule of thumb. If you don't know what to do, think about dash. Where can you dash from here, and how can you do it?
On the tube, maybe. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, you can. But you think that's the best place to go?
Probably not.
Actually, I don't even know where the best place to go is because I
don't know if you can make. Can you make it all?
No, I wouldn't go there. Definitely on top of tube is good, but you have to think about where you're gonna look after that. So like they could be in tube, back sight, they could be behind this box. That's pretty good play though. Honestly, I might dash more like here because it's a little bit safer.
Like on the short.
Yeah. So now the one thing you have to be careful about is under hookah. So like if you dash up and you're not paying attention, you can just die to that. But you can clear that usually, like, I don't know. Yeah, in the air, or like if your team's up long and you know they're not like, I don't know, like close here, then you can kind of like do this. Also, another trick for if you're attacking, if you know people on B like to play super passive and they don't peek, you can just jump like this. You see a lot of like high level players do this. They jump in hookah because it sounds like you dropped out of hookah, but actually just jumped in hookah, and then they peek you, and then you get the free kill. Yeah, that's really good, especially like anywhere that you drop from high ground, like I don't know, split, and like any heaven, A or B heaven. I don't know, anywhere. Yeah. But also, whenever you drop, if you shoot with the drop, they won't hear it. Yeah, so that's like the
Actually, I kind of forgot about that. But yeah, I remember you told me.
Yeah, it's not like
a situation though.
Yeah, it is. It's like really good for 1v1s or I don't know. It's something you should just do anytime you drop, honestly. Because it just masks the sound of you dropping.
I've been putting in that situation many times, but I definitely forgot about it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I would definitely suggest doing the jump thing right here, especially if you don't know what to do. Like if you want to maybe dash, before you dash, just jump and see if someone peeks. I guarantee you, especially in silver, people will peek because like they don't know the difference between this noise and then the sand. Like it's not really that different, but I mean high level players definitely know whenever it's one or the other, but silver's probably not. Good chance they don't. So yeah, I would dash. You could dash like here. You could even go like all the way on the tube like this. You see a lot of psycho jets do this. You can do that as you start to improve and feel like confident.
I get like intimidated once I claim hookah, and I get like passive, and I play on the back box, and then.
No, that's super normal. Well, let's think about this, right? You don't want to dash in if you're alone or if your team's not with you, unless you're just tilted and you want to go for kills.
I would
but
go on the the back right, like, no, on the other back,
there,
like, all the way back there, like on the side ledge. Yeah, like that. Except not like on like the very side ledge on the right side.
Over here.
Yeah.
This is fine.
Or they would rotate.
This is good if you're lurking, like with the Vandal or an AWP or knives or whatever. Like you can hold here.
Yeah.
But the problem with this is it's passive and you're attacking you're attacking, so you need to take sight. Yeah. So if you know you're better at long, you can do that more often. But mainly you wanna
I can't go long every single round.
Yeah, exactly. So also you have to be careful for cypher trips, but that probably won't be too much of a concern in this rank.
But not a lot.
But so yeah, definitely just think about dashing here. Just practice dashing here in maybe a custom game or just in a game. Just mainly you need to be fearless.
You just jump and dash, right?
Yeah, jump and dash. You're not gonna hit that if you jump and dash.
Yeah.
But you just need to learn to be fearless and not be scared of dying. Because if you die and your team trades you, you get control of the site. That's your job. Of course, you don't want to die, and it's not fun to die always, but that is your job here. So if you've been going long a lot and you don't want to go long again,
And
you
then,
want to try this, then
yeah,
bang.
and if they go long, they could clear elbow probably. If
Yeah.
they
Also,
don't
I would make sure that you hold this
Yeah.
for a sec, because they can be in this corner. That's
Yeah.
the one danger of this, but that's what the smoke's for. So you can also see that,
Go
and then
left, right, and then
yeah, now you're just a big threat, because like if you clear all this, you don't need to push there. You just now you have control of sight. Make sure all of sight's clear. And now the only problem is elbow, right? Elbow and CT. You don't need to push into CT, but you can. I like to sit here sometimes. This is a pretty good spot. People will expect it sometimes, but not always. Also another really dirty play is to just kind of, especially in like a 1v1, is like peek up like this on top of the
yeah, I
thing.
tried that and died. Actually.
Yeah. Also up here is Jett. But this is only if you killed everyone on site and then they
Peeked up
can't hear
right,
you
yeah.
updraft. Because if they hear you updraft, they're gonna probably know. But if you know there's no one elbow, like your teammates push, for example, you could just hold like this. Also, I'm sure you know this. You probably push elbow if you take long control.
Yeah.
I would sit like this right here. This is a really crazy spot.
I
Um,
done it.
you can't peek.
Yeah.
What would you normally do? Like, would you push all the way?
I would usually peek and get one and then leave it. Or
Yeah,
not
that's
leave it,
like run back.
yeah, try to catch one on rotating and then fall back.
Yeah, I would sit like this because this will, like, people usually, at least one person usually comes elbow, not always. Sometimes people will
A
come
lot
out,
of
but
people on silver they won't
oops.
go all the way to elbow.
Yeah.
Usually you go through the door
Yeah, you can
on
peek then, that's
rotating.
fine. Just make sure you're not peeking into like 3 people and not doing it every single round. This is why
Yeah, and if
sometimes
I have dash, it works. Yeah,
this
you
is
can get
why
one or miss and dash out.
this is why you go long twice, you get people there, and then if you don't want to do it a third time, so then you go hookah. And then you try to do this fearless play here and clear everything. Instead of going there again, because if you go there again, it's gonna be a bit of a problem. Because they're gonna start expecting when they rotate through CT.
Oh yeah, I don't peek that every single time. I usually just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Just to give you like an idea though, why
yeah.
learning this is good.
Uh-huh.
So for defending B, I almost always play
I would
long
play
or
back too.
I play close long or close
If I'm
hookah.
alone.
Yeah, if you're alone, this is
They
good.
leave me alone a lot, so like I play that.
I would ask someone. You should always have two people on a site on this map. It should be 3-2, 2-3. No exceptions unless you've lost a site like 6 rounds in a row or something. But yeah, for defending, like you already said, here or here,
They get scared of me a lot.
or you can just peek.
And then I have to switch a lot. Like, I always have to switch because they get scared of me a lot.
So like yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and guess that what happens is you peek here, you get a kill or two, and then they stop peeking you long, right?
I don't play along a lot, but usually if they know I play a site, they'll try to go to the other one. So then I switch, and then they'll like I don't.
Yes, that's what you
They
should
just try
do.
to avoid me at all costs.
This is your number one goal as duelists is to rotate with wherever they're going. If they're scared of you, you need to rotate with them because you're useless
It's
on a site.
because then like the other people won't switch with me, so then I can't leave the site by itself.
Okay, so what you can do in that situation is instead of like, so you're alone on B site and 4 people are there and you know they're gonna go B, you can just so like you need to learn like we said, you need to even it out. So instead of just going long, hypothetically, like even if you don't play long, say you do, and you got kills, and now you think they're gonna go A, I would come hookah, and then so your guess is that they're probably gonna go A.
Yeah,
So
when I'm
you peek
playing
like this.
don't say.
You peek like this aggressively, and if there's no one there, I take my knife out because I'm really confident that they're not even here, and then make sure they're not long. Clear this, even though no one's almost ever there.
Flanking. Yeah.
And then you're fast flanking, and you at this point in silver, they're probably still gonna be like right here. The chance you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how many people don't actually watch this.
It depends on the game, because like
Yeah, sometimes people go
if I
fast.
did that, they'd already be killed my whole team and be on site. So.
Well, not every
That's why I
game.
don't like flanking unless I'm confident in my team.
Well, but I'm saying flanking is only good whenever you're alone on a site, because you are right. You don't want to leave B site alone or with no one. So, unless you do, that's an option. But I would say fast flanking like this is the best option if you're alone on a site. But if you're not alone on a site, you can leave another teammate alone and come A.
Yeah.
But fast flanking is the best for this, because sometimes you'll just catch people off, and then if you come fast enough without making noise, Definitely like 3.
at least. Yeah,
Because like
yeah.
if you see one right here, for example, you just run out, see the spike planter, bang, bang, you know, kill all of them. You can also flank showers, but you don't really need to. That's not necessary.
Yeah,
And
I
the
would say two.
same thing applies here. If you're playing alone A for whatever reason, you can come. I would go short because it's quicker, just like uh, B is quicker. So you come right
Yeah.
here. You know, make sure they're not there. Make sure they're not here. And now you're doing the same thing, but you're going toward B because you know their whole team's B.
Yeah, that's just annoying because like I'll know they'll be scared of me, but no one will switch with me. So like I don't want to leave the site.
Yeah, that's good. That's good practice to be in. I'm not gonna tell you to leave the site alone because that's not good practice for higher ranks. And eventually people shouldn't do that
I
as
probably
much.
could get away with it in silver, but like I
You
don't know.
can. You can experiment. This game is all about experimenting with what works, what doesn't, and it also changes depending on the enemy team, your team, and just how you're feeling. So,
Yeah.
any other questions about bind? Because I think we hit it pretty
I think
well.
that's good. Yeah.
But yeah,
Everything I struggled with.
that applies to any map though. If you're alone on one site and
Fast flank if it's
fast
possible.
flank, if possible, you want to be careful about it. You don't want to sprint down with your knife out. You need to like jiggle.
Yeah, like icebox it would be through mid, like
Yeah, you
push
can do
mid.
that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or you can push up through either site and just flank them as well. But it's a little
Yeah.
harder on icebox because
Yeah, it would take forever.
yeah, but it does
Unless
work.
they're in spawn. Yeah.
And if you're actually attacking, sometimes sitting in spawn is quite good. An icebox. Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
I was
um,
gonna say bad. I thought you did not
but yeah, so Ascent's my favorite map, so we can do it now. I'm excited for this one because I don't know. I know this map like the back of my hand for the most
I
part.
literally suck. And after I told you I suck on Bind and Ascent, those have been the only two maps I've been getting for days.
Yeah, these are my 2 favorite maps. They're gonna be yours, I think, as well, pretty soon. Don't worry. Or at least they
It
should
was
go up a
making
little
me
bit.
mad. I was like, I suck on these maps, and
Oh
then
my god, it put
I
me back
got
in.
them straight. Like I told you last time, I only get like Icebox Haven. Now I only get Bind and Ascent and Split. But I like Split.
Yeah, I don't really like split, but it can be fun for sure. So I'm guessing attacking again,
Um, Let me think.
or it doesn't matter. We'll just
Ascent.
do both again,
Yeah,
whatever
I'm
you need.
trying to think which one I suck or so. I think I like attacking on Ascent.
But you need to learn mid, right?
Yeah, just mid mainly. Yeah, cause I like pushing the sites from main on Ascent.
Also, just I would suggest this. You can take this with a grain of salt if you want, but I would suggest trying Reyna like every once in a while,
Yeah,
especially if your Jett gets taken, and just even if you don't want to play her, just try to learn her as best you
but
can.
I like
Cause
her. Yeah, I've
yeah,
just been learning. I haven't played it yet, so a lot. So I'm like practicing a lot with it. Right
yeah,
there.
cause for me, I like Jett at the start as well, way more than I liked Reyna. Then I started playing Reyna, and everything just
She,
changed.
yeah, I definitely see that. I'm just kind of out of practice with Jett, so I've just been trying to practice her a lot. But
Okay,
I definitely do still like Reina.
so you want to start with middle since that's what you struggle with, and we'll go to A and
Yeah,
B.
you're not screen sharing, but yeah.
Oh my god. Wait. Oh, it's because of the game.
Yeah,
I
it's
closed
because
the
you
game.
close the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Your pistol around? Just curious, because I definitely would not as of right now.
do what for pistol run?
Would you go mid?
Oh, no, it depends. Like usually, if
Yeah,
my
I
team calls
definitely
go
would.
A or B, I would just do that. But sometimes I go
Yeah,
up cat because it's a good it's cat is one of my favorite places to go on this map because it's so sometimes unguarded.
I think pushing A main is my favorite thing on this map right now.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to do. I'm gonna try to make this your favorite though, going cat to
All right.
here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll talk about that first actually. So 2 things here. You have to worry about whenever you're pushing up, you have to worry about like this area because they can be like
Mhm.
anywhere here, right? Is that likely? Probably not, but it's still something you need to be careful of. Also, push B main if your team's not watching it. So basically what this looks like. Also, you have to be careful here. But if you know they don't peek cat a lot, then yeah, but if you do have, let's say you have a teammate B main, so you don't have to worry about it. So it's less of a problem. Also, I'm gonna just use frenzy just because it feels right.
Yes.
Um, so here, this is a good spot on defense. Up there. I'll just show you what it looks like.
I've never seen anyone play that, but or like in my game, I've seen like high level people play that, but I've never seen it.
I would play here 100% if you're also right here. This is a god spot as well. I wouldn't sit in this corner because this is one that people often clear.
I played Jen on defense.
So yeah, this is what this will look like. You have to be careful of here, like I said.
Uh-huh.
make sure that they're not sitting right there. You don't really need to clear this in silver as much probably, but definitely clear this. And then
Yeah.
you need to be careful here. And then right here, what I just showed you. Um, and at this point,
If
usually
you're here, yeah, I'd know what to do here.
you know what to do here. Would you go to
Yeah,
A
I feel
site?
like I would. Actually, I don't know. Actually, I think I would go A, but that might not be the move.
What I would do, especially if you're alone.
If they're rotating,
If
actually,
you're
maybe
alone,
not.
you just walk up like this. Make sure you
Yeah, if
clear
I
the
know they're
left.
rotating, I might
You
go
don't
A.
even need to know they're rotating. I would just walk here automatically,
Oh, alright.
unless your team's all A main. Actually, this is just the best play in general, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah,
Like
yeah. You're probably right. I was
like
thinking like, yeah,
um. So basically, what happens even in like Immortal, people run here with their knives out because they're
yeah.
they're rotating. They're
They
not
can
thinking
see the
about
move.
who's here,
Yeah,
especially in silver. So what I would just wait here. You don't need to push spawn because at this point you expose yourself to a lot. Like you
there's no
can.
point either because they have to come over here.
Yeah. Also, if the glass is broken, let's just say it's broken. You can do this. Walk up, jump up silently, and there's a good chance someone will be heaven. If they're not, you can peek from right here as well because this is a little bit of a safer
Yeah, they
peek.
wouldn't expect it
That's a
either.
really odd peek, yeah, for them to deal with. But you can walk out from here and say your team's A main, and then you see like a killjoy crouching here or something, or behind Jen. Then you open up A site. But the best play is just to go like this, and this is
Yeah.
all you need to know for walking up cat. That's like this is why I love Ascent because you can do stuff like this. You can also sit like
There's a lot of
this.
options once you get here. Yeah.
Yeah, you can sit here and wait. I would rarely push into site unless I'm like the last two and then we need help on site.
I was
Um,
thinking like, yeah, but if there's like 3 or 4 people pushing through A main, then
you don't
why
need
would I
to,
need
yeah.
to go A main too?
And if your team closes the door and you sit right here, there's even less of a chance of people to
Yeah.
clear this. You can also sit like this, but you have to be careful of mid push, and then you can wait for them to come out here and start breaking the door. Again, just be careful of over here and tiles, but um, the optimal play is definitely to go and just sit here and wait.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead. I'll just go over A main really quick because I think you probably have a good
I
idea.
love pushing this.
Yeah,
I go up there
you can
most
go
of
up
the time.
here. You don't actually. I think you can do it without making
Alright,
noise, but
I do that. Yeah, I do that until I get a kill, and then I stop doing it, and then
so yeah, you can just do this. Make sure you clear this because they can be walking up here as well,
mhm.
and then you can just wait, or you can drop, and so what would you normally do?
I
You just
would
kind of wait and see if
yeah
they
clear.
peek.
I would make sure no one's heaven when I first peek, and then like it depends on what util I have, but like then I would usually check, make sure no one's close right, or no, I mean not close.
Wine as
That's what
well.
I would do at the very start, yeah. And
Yeah.
then I would check, and when I'm actually about to go in, I would check like to the right, and then I would check door and then dash in.
Would you throw smoke?
Yeah,
Okay.
when I dash, yeah.
Yeah. So also another thing that I see Jets do that I don't really do a lot on Jet is you can updraft on top of this, like,
I would I would usually not make that. Oh, I
or
would. Oh,
I
yeah.
think it's dash updraft,
That's
but I
actually
don't usually do that. So it's like this. So you do
yeah,
this.
that actually looks good. I never
People
thought
do
about
this like
that.
all the time in Immortal. It's really a pretty good
Yeah,
play.
I never thought about it.
Cause like what happens is you'll dash in and you're in your smoke, and then someone will start shooting at you from like here, 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 whatever, wherever they are,
And then you know where they are.
and then they won't kill you. Yeah, you can just ignore them, and then your team will run out and follow you and kill them because they didn't even kill, and they don't even kill you because you're in your
Is it
smoke.
dash first?
I think it is dash
Okay.
updraft, but I
I
don't
don't
usually
know.
do that. So that's it is. It's more efficient, and then you can just sit here and wait. Make sure obviously you clear sight and everything,
Yeah,
but I
that'll
don't.
help. I never did that, but I'm usually pretty good at pushing.
Yeah, I don't normally do that either. I would just do something like this or
Yeah. And then I
like
would
any,
push
and it
in.
doesn't matter. Like anywhere you want to dash is fine for the most part. And if you see someone there,
I usually
also
try to get up to heaven.
yeah,
Stay there.
also you can close the door. Like I love playing around the door because like you can close the door and then this is smoked often, so you can kind of just like walk through and just like wait for them to come here. Or you don't have to do that. That's just one option. You can dash here. Make sure you clear sight. How would you play? You said you go heaven. Obviously, make
Yeah, I
sure you clear
try to
health
get
as
to
well.
heaven.
So a good spot is just like
Depends on how
this.
fast.
If you just sit like this.
If I know no one's up there, I usually do this until they get one.
If you sit like right here, this is a really good spot because it's
Yeah.
it's odd for them to deal with.
That's off topic, but there's like a Viper molly you can do from hell, and it goes on top of the.
Oh yeah, I know. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I've
like right here.
Here.
Yeah. Like,
You can do a killjoy molly there too. It's so annoying.
yeah. I never. I done it with Viper, but I never played. That was off
Um,
topic.
no, it's fine. So normally door would be closed, so you can sit right here. You can just crouch because they can't be shot through this anymore. And once your team sees them running out after you have the spike planted, you can just peek, kill
Yeah,
them.
I've done this before. Yeah.
That's another option. And pushing doors is an option. You can sit here. This is another option. You can peek here aggressively, but it's not really the best play always
Yeah,
because
like
it's kind of
mainly when I'm
aggressive.
like, I don't know. It's like mainly like a confident play. Like I know. Yeah.
But another, yeah. So if you can, actually, this is sometimes
Depends
too.
on the other team.
If you get a kill like this, you can sit just like this. This spot is cracked.
Yeah. Can they see your gun though?
Uh, I don't know, but I don't think so. Even if they can, you could just kind of like sit
Yeah.
here and jiggle. It's
Yeah.
because like they're not gonna expect you to be here. I don't think they can though if you just kind of look like this at least, or if you have knives. And then I wouldn't push too far, but if you do, you can just sit like right here, because sometimes people come up here, and at this point you're just like
Like
behind
my
them.
aggressive level, like the level of aggression depends a lot on
The enemy team, how they're playing, how well you're doing.
how well my team's playing, how well that team's playing.
hmm Well, it's good that you think about those things, because that's what you should be thinking about for when you play aggressive. It's normally, as a general rule of thumb, it's quite bad to play aggressively unless you can get away with it. Because if you're playing aggressively and you're just dying, then
Yeah,
it's
I
just
wouldn't
bad.
do it over and over. Like if it didn't work once or twice, I would just quit.
Yeah. So, any other questions about this site at all? Oh, defending. I would play up here sometimes. Only sometimes though.
I've
To be
tried
careful
it
of cat.
once.
Yeah. Um, starting out, I like to play like right here, or
That's
right
usually
here.
sage wall to my range.
Oh, if it is sage walled, then you don't have to play here at all. You can just go cat. So if you're playing cat, remember the spots I told you. You play
It's either
here.
that stage wall or B main.
Yeah. So if A's walled, you don't need to go there, or you can have her wall and like you can go up and then she walls if that makes sense, and you can push. Or if she walls A main, you can play like this, like I said, or you can play on top of that. And if she walls B main, I'll tell you where you can play there. But if she walls A main, you don't need to play A site, especially as Jett. So yeah. I'll go to over here mid now, and then we'll go B. So this is tiles. Main thing you need to worry about here is cat peeking right here. So from the start of the round, people
I
can
usually
cross
peek
to this
it,
side.
but I never like take mid.
Also as Jett, you can do this,
Yeah, I
and
peek
that's
this
pretty.
angle a lot, but if I get a kill, I usually don't take it because I don't really know what to do.
So I'll just show you what I do. You can updraft here if you have knives, pretty good.
Yeah,
You don't have to. You can just peek like this.
pretty bad with like the knives while updrafting. I don't know.
It's all about crosshair placement, really. Um, but yeah. And then, so the main thing you need to worry about here is they can cross to the right side. So you have to be careful of that this whole time, if you know they do that. But also right here is pretty common for people to play, which I'll show you on defense, because that's very good. And then right here, they can be also if your team smokes cat, they can push through smoke, but it's less common for them to just peek from back there. So at this point, pizza people honestly don't very often sit pizza. It's usually right here or like right here, and then also
Yeah,
close
you
left and
just need
right.
to clear pizza while you're walking up.
So this is kind of sketchy, but like you just kind of have to commit to it. If you die, it's just unlucky. People don't usually sit this close anyway. Yeah. Also, if you have silver drone or like a dart, that clears all this out. So then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to look there. And now you just wait for them to peek. You can clear pizza. There's probably not going to be anyone there. And then here, obviously it could be switch, but they also might be right here. And so now you probably wouldn't normally make it this far, right? Because you don't know how to play mid as much.
I would just get the kill and then push A or B depending on the util they have.
Okay, so I'll go back here. So this is what I would do. I run up here. I'm just gonna run, even though I would normally shift walk.
If I did get up to here though, I feel like I would make the wrong play by going through holding their rotate.
Oh, that's a fine play. Here, let me
Because the door
segue
would
this.
instantly get shut if my team got on site.
So this is a good play right here. There's actually an invisible ramp right here. So this is kind of like long on bind.
Yeah.
This is kind of like the grassy area. I play on top of this. This is just super cheesy. Very, very good. You can also see people here. If you want to play a little bit more of a safer spot, you can sit like this. But this spot is going to be your best friend whenever you're playing defense on mid and you want to play toward B. Because from here you can do that, or you can also peek like this. And whenever they're coming out lane, this is a free kill in the back of the
I
head.
like playing that corner, like to your right, like to the right over here.
Here?
No, like on the boat, like on the switch to the
Right
left
there?
side. Yeah, right there. No one
Yeah,
ever checks. And then,
that's good.
like,
We'll talk about that in a sec though. Finish this up.
yeah, sorry.
No, it's all good. I play that spot too. But yeah, this is good for defending. So make sure you clear this whenever you're pushing up. There probably won't be anyone there, but you know, just clear it just to be in the habit of it. Also, if you're pushing, you can push up here. Um, what is that? Oh, that's the show.
Okay.
Um, so I wouldn't push into spawn unless you're like
No, I
confident.
wouldn't push in the spawn. I would hold the rotation.
Cause you can't peek, but yeah, you can. I would just sit like this. This is kind of common sometimes, so people might expect it. But you can also sit like this if you think someone's gonna walk through here. Be careful bottom
This is
mid,
how I would do it, but I would be holding ramp. Like,
like this. I would sit like this. Honestly, this is. You can also go on top of these barrels, but it's a little bit risky. So, um, yeah, I would just sit like this and just wait for them. You can also sit pizza. So whenever you're defending, if you want to play a little more aggressive and not play here, this is the best spot I think in my opinion by far. If you don't want to play aggressive, but if you do want to play aggressive, you have two options. You can start like this and just hold like this,
yeah.
and that's what we talked
I don't
about.
know if I'm opping or using.
Yeah, opping especially, but also you probably know this one as well. Just holding here with an op, or like
I
right
would go
here.
farther. Yeah, like right there. That's what I would do.
Sometimes people jump up over the box, so you can do
Oh, I
like
didn't
this.
know that. Yeah, I wouldn't.
That's higher rank, but yeah. So
I didn't even know that was a thing.
yeah, people just do it to see if someone's holding it or opping.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah, I mean, do you have any questions about mid? It's kind of confusing, but that's what you do. It's like just a couple really good spots. Like I'll
I
ping
guess
them
you
again.
just have to win the fight and like expect where people are gonna come from.
These are the 4 spots that you should
And if
practice.
none of my team's going A, then I would have to worry about like behind you, like to the right or the left. I mean.
Yeah, if your team's going B, you have to be careful of here or here. If your team's going A, you have to be careful of B main push. So I guess we'll go ahead and go on to B now. If you're
I love
lurking,
pushing this too, actually.
yeah, if you're lurking, you could sit like this, and this is really cheesy. Some people will probably type in all chat about you and say something negative if you do this, but this is also really good if they push B main like every single round, because sometimes you'll get enemy teams that do that.
Yeah.
So you just sit here, and whenever you sit here, you'll think of me, and you'll get a free kill. But also Sova's,
In the chat every time I get a kill with you.
yeah, they're not gonna be happy that you're sitting there, but it's cause you'll never clear. I mean, I clear this just cause
I would be looking the other way to be honest.
yeah, I clear just cause I'm like
First,
hyper
just better.
cautious, but Sova
I did
does.
that with knives.
Oh yeah, that's good, but I'm just careful of Sova recon and shock
Yeah,
dart.
they do that every
So if they do it at the start of a round, just wait for like 3 seconds and then
and
then
they
walk
try
in.
to Odin, and it never works.
Yeah, yeah. If they do that, just wait. And then you can obviously make sure you clear this first, and they can be sitting here.
Like,
Yeah.
my team has died like several times in that, but I usually.
And then you can kind of just
I
see
do
if you
that
can get a
from
kill.
defense mainly, but
Yeah, I think it's better on defense. I don't like doing it here as much, but
or sage walled up there, but that's kind of obvious. I see people do that.
but so this is what I would do. I would just peek this jiggling, and then you have to jiggle this as well because they can already have crossed to here.
Yeah.
And so then like this. But what I would do
That's
on
like my
defense,
biggest fear on this. On the first game, is that corner.
yeah, I would do this as well.
That's what I do. I peek like the off angle, and then like I would go in there a little bit, like all the way in almost. Right? Not like around the corner, but like, I don't
Like
know how to
here?
explain it. No, like to where I could see when they walk in.
Like
a little
there?
more to the right. Like right there.
Yeah, this is really good. This is really good.
Mainly on pistol round, I do this and try to get a one tap and then dash out.
This is really good if you. This is like see, this is why I think Reyna is just I prefer Reyna because like you do the same thing on A main and B main.
Here.
You just peek, and if you get a kill, you dismiss out, and
Like the
it's
if you don't get a
5v4.
kill.
Yeah, but this is why you practice your aim because then you almost always get a
Yeah.
kill. And your crosshair placement, you know,
That might be
bang.
why like I like Jett more right now. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. Jett's also just really fun, so you know, can't really blame you for that. But also you can sit like this, but I wouldn't sit in the corner and play an off angle.
Yeah, definitely.
You can play back like this, so you see if they go behind the box. Um, you can also jiggle if they're not coming. You can also just get a kill and then not do that dash because that was not good,
That's what I do.
and then
I
dash out.
and then I either go to that spot I was talking about earlier, or I hold the lane angle.
Yeah, you can also push. So like, say you're playing D alone for whatever reason again, you can just walk up again. Don't have to clear that if you don't want to because it's silver. They can also be right here, but that's also really uncommon. So if we're pushing B again, back to attacking, you have to be careful of market, and then of CT, both sides, and then stairs, and then this corner, make sure, they could still be hiding there, and logs.
Here.
So we can dash, or you can just kinda, yeah, actually your main job is Jett here is to hit the switch, because it's kinda risky for other people to do. You don't need to hit it, but
I
the
would
way,
let my team do it, but
yeah, you can, where would you go from here?
I would go lane and then try to clear the side of the killjoy viper or whatever's there. Like
So you,
make sure the whole like try to clear boathouse, and then I would hold.
also, whenever you're defending on site, be careful of like here. You can sit here. This is like a god spot because people don't check this. Like I'll show you the attacking perspective.
You can only see like the top. Yeah.
Yeah, like you just this is a blind spot. So
I would check box. I don't know if I would see them though. If I check them out. Like here, right?
let's see.
Can you
Oops.
see them? Or I guess not. Yeah.
So you have to position yourself where, like, cause if you come up here, you're definitely not gonna see them. But if you come over all the way over here,
I wouldn't. I don't think I would go that far.
no one really would go this far, honestly. So somewhere sitting like right here in the middle-ish is very good. And then again, trigger discipline, let them drop, kill like 2 or 3.
Yeah, but I would usually go clear boathouse and then hold CT. Is what I would do. But I don't know what you do.
Yeah, I would clear. You always have to clear boathouse, and then they get the plant.
I play boathouse a lot actually. I don't know if that's bad in general.
No, that's really good on post plant. You don't
Yeah,
really want to play aggressive. Like if you're here, you don't really want to play much more aggressive here. I'll go ahead and show you what I would do a lot of the time. Instead of going sight, it's really gonna help clear sight, but you can also like dash this. You clear logs there by doing this, and then here you can check this. This should be smoked, and then you can kind of like walk up here.
I have to smoke that as Jett sometimes, but
Yeah,
that doesn't last very long.
yeah, that's fine. If this obviously isn't as good if this isn't smoked, but
Like, if we don't have smokes and I'm making a play, I'm smoking market, CT, and then either going on side or clicking the switch.
I wouldn't worry about smoking everything, but
Yeah.
just smoke.
I guess I could hold one and then smoke one.
Now here's what I would do. So you can smoke like this, dash, and then you clear the 2 corners, and now you're here, and the smoke disappears, but it doesn't matter because you're already, you know, they don't know you're here. They did hear the dash, but this is a really good spot right here.
So if you're making the play from B main, you're the one clicking the switch?
I would normally click the switch as Jett just because you dash, like, you don't need to do it, but it's, but then here you have,
Yeah, let's.
you have a, now you're in a good position because you can,
I guess as Jett, I have a better chance of getting out if I get in trouble than anyone else.
yeah, because, CT is a problem, and if they break the door immediately, I don't know, this spot right here specifically, this is really, really good. Also, if you're post plant, I like to sit like this a lot. Because a lot of times people will be in CT or like holding my CT, and I just sit here, and then, because obviously you don't have to be careful of the door if it's closed until they start shooting it.
Yeah.
And then here, they sometimes clear this, but they won't clear this, I can guarantee you that. They might clear logs though, so they might be looking in your direction. But
Do you have like a good third spot for defending this?
like,
Like, cause I play there, lane, and then I peek.
so right
that,
here,
like, yeah.
logs is very good.
No, I don't play logs.
I would play logs, that's your third spot. People, like, I don't know if you clear this, but even in Immortal, if you just, like, sometimes I'll get Reyna blinded. I don't shoot the Reyna blind.
Yeah,
the Reyna
that's
blind,
what they do when I play the opposite side of this.
it disappears, and then I see 3 people in lane with their heads turned, with the back of their heads turned toward me, and I just spray them all down.
That happens to me a lot when I play on the opposite of this. Like, from the switch.
Yeah.
What do you think about the stairs?
Here. This is a really good spot as well.
Okay, I did that.
Also
And
another
then
spot
that lane thing where you hold their
right
entrance
here.
from B-main. Yeah, I do that too.
This is good. This is like the thing up here I was telling you about.
I never play the stairs, but I play this a lot.
Also, I would suggest buying the Ares. I don't know if I've told you this before, but Ares is
Yeah,
really
you
good.
flipped it better than the Spectre.
Yeah, I would say it's better than the Spectre, and it's cheaper. So, you could spam through
Yeah, for
this.
this map too, especially, I guess that would be pretty good.
Yeah. You could spam through here.
I don't know why no one ever expects this. This is like the one of the first things I check when I'm pushing B-main.
Yeah, this is crazy good. Especially if they're like right here.
I just get a one tap on someone looking at CT and dash out.
You can go stairs.
And then I go stairs, yeah. But I don't know. You think just playing stairs like normally is just good too?
It's a little passive, Jett, but you can do it. Like if you're playing Sova, it's
Kind of
really good.
hard though, cause like if they get lane, then I'm kind of
Yeah,
screwed.
like it's just weird. Like so, this you need
I don't
to
know where to go.
like fight B main. I would suggest playing here, and then also just peeking and going to this
I
corner.
really like this on pistol run. You go in like almost all the way in, and then you one tap and dash out, like right there.
Yeah,
Dash out.
but you don't. It doesn't have to be pistol round. It could be any round, especially if you have knives. Bang, out.
Yeah, I just mainly do it on pistol round. But yeah, I buy a ghost.
Also,
But
remember you can play here, and you're holding mid. But if your team calls fast B, then you just turn. Your team's gonna rotate through here to help you mid, hopefully, and then you just jiggle, or you just wait and see if they come out lane, and then you just kill them because they're not gonna like if they're here. Where are they gonna be looking? Probably towards site. So
yeah,
you shoot them in the back of the head.
cause I would check market and then just try to get on site. Like if I got peeked later, I probably would die.
This is another good spot if you can't get onto site in time. You just kind of wait.
I've tried on top of that once, but it didn't end very well.
Yeah. These aren't very good, but they are spots that do exist, so maybe do some weird play or something. I don't know. That's about it though. You have any other questions here for B or the whole map?
I think I'm good. Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay. I hope this helps because like there's some specific things I can help you with. Like
Yeah, definitely. I did learn things I would have never thought about. So.
like these spots here and here, here. These are all incredible spots you should definitely use. Here,
Like I knew about
here.
logs, but I never played it.
Oh,
I would play that
one more thing.
too. What?
But also the general rules I was teaching you, like going up on top of the box. You can use that on like any map. Right here, this spot's god tier. If you're opping, if you have knives, because essentially you're holding all of A site. They can't get on without you seeing them. And if you hear them coming up cat, you just you walk out like this, and people might think someone's in this general area, but if you just wait, you can get like two. This is really good. And also, again, you're holding this. And also, this is good for retaking.
It might be like not especially to like maps, but like I don't really know what to do. Like if my whole team is just like dying before I can get there. Besides going to that site, but like
Yeah, it's kind of unlucky if your whole team dies. It's
yeah.
kind of a unlucky
Like,
round.
I feel like I can't make the plays that I want to with some of the teams I get.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but also try not to think about it like that because it's not gonna help you very much. Just
Like,
try to
yeah,
think.
like I don't know.
If that happens, just think I have the clutch gene and I'll win it. I'll do my best to win it.
Alright.
That's pretty much all you could do. Just practice your aim. I would do like 10, 20 minutes a day. And how's your grid shot score, by the way? Is it going up still?
73 was 70 earlier this week.
Nice. Just keep grinding it out. Go for 80. Once you get 80, go for 85, 90.
My average went up. My average, like you know, the average scores.
Yeah.
It was 40. Now it's like 60.
Yeah. Definitely. Like, just keep doing that. That's really good. You can also do other things that will help improve your aim on that on grid shot or on aim lab. But that's the main one that's really good.
That's the main one I do. Yeah.
It just helps with like flicks, with reaction time, overall aim. And then this is the other aspect that we need to learn is the maps. We could probably do another session after you play and practice these maps a little bit. We could do like the new map and
Now that you taught me this, it's not gonna give me binder Ascent once.
Probably not, but you will get them eventually.
It goes through like stages of only giving me like 2
Yeah,
maps.
I've
I
been
don't.
there, and I hate whenever I get split 7 times in a row.
I
But
actually like split. I don't know why.
you probably won't eventually. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah, I probably won't like every map eventually.
it's because on attack on splits, sometimes you'll just get 0-12 and then GG.
Shouldn't.
Unlucky.
Mm,
Team's morale's dead.
yeah. Also in silver, but yeah, that doesn't happen a whole lot.
Yeah, we could
But
talk about like split and new map or split
probably need help more like on like when
Haven.
I get higher ranks.
Yeah, for sure. Just keep messaging me whenever, and yeah, I haven't had a coaching session. I'll just hopefully get some views on this one as well. So that'll
Yeah.
be cool. Um, I'll link it to you when it's HD fully loaded and everything.
All right.
But yeah, anything else final?
Think I'm good. All right. How would you would you peak mid defensively besides
Oh yeah.
the like from cat specifically?
I don't like peeking this a lot because I'm not good at this type of fight for some reason. I kind of like to outplay people more meticulously, if that makes sense, like
Because
strategically, rather than just like this. But if you're good at aiming, you could just do this and
I don't know
just
about
tap
good,
them.
but better than my rank probably.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you like you
Yeah.
said, you win majority of your
Kinda.
fights, so just why not do this? This is how you do it. You can just wait, or you can cross all the way over here and just sit like this, and then you can start walking up if they're not peeking you. And then you can also peek top cat, and this is called Sabrosa down there behind that. But yeah, just like
That a
this.
player.
Yeah, it's a player. They named it
Uh,
after him. Behind here is
that's
Sabrosa.
yeah.
I don't know actually when that's a pretty old call, but
Yeah, I just thought I recognized it.
yeah, Sabrosa is cracked. But yeah, you can peek this. This is fine. You can also peek it from tiles if you're on attack. Same thing goes
Yeah.
both ways. But if you get one tapped like twice, I would stop peeking
I
it.
peek tiles, but I never peek this. I usually try to like stay on defense. I stay away from mid unless it's like rotate.
Yeah, you could just experiment with this. It works.
Yeah, I
It should
guess I
work.
should just try a bunch of more stuff
Yeah,
and
try a
just
bunch
see
of
what I
stuff.
can get away with.
The things that I told you that work well for me almost always work well for me if I have patience. But that doesn't mean they'll work well for you because your playstyle is different. You're also in a different
In a
rank.
way
There's a lot
different
of
rank.
variables. Like I don't know, but you'll find probably that some of the aggressive things will work well. Specifically,
Mainly, yeah.
whenever you're pushing up and fast flanking, that will work really well. You'd be surprised. You just have to have patience and not try to make too much noise.
I need to do the smoke dash stuff more.
Yeah, just go into
I can do
custom
it. I
game.
just never really do it for some reason. I don't know
Just
what
do
it
it.
is.
Get it ingrained into your muscle memory, because then it'll be like you won't be as scared to do it whenever in like hookah or whatever in an
Yeah.
actual game. And then also you can do the
I don't. It's like the confined spaces that scare me the most. I don't know what it is. Like
yeah.
that's
So
like the only thing I'm scared of is fighting in like a confined space. Like this feels pretty open to me.
yeah, and you can also whenever you dash, you can just like do some psycho spinning and check everything. But on bind on B site, it's kind of your right is kind of like confined, so you don't know if they're gonna be under site, back site, or like in tube behind the two corners. But
Yeah.
you just gotta get a feel for it in a game. Dash, like make sure you check whatever you think you need to check. If you die from somewhere unexpected, then check that spot next
At
time.
least they might trade me. Yeah.
Yeah, and at least they might trade you as well. And you should become good enough at it that you will have like a very high success rate, and
Yeah.
you'll win more fights than you lose. So yeah,
Yeah, that's helped a lot actually.
yeah. Let me
'Cause
know if
the icebox tips you gave me, almost never lose icebox now.
hell
And I
yeah.
actually like it.
So yeah, let me know next time you get either Ascent or Bind if you play today. Just let me know if you play better.
Yeah.
These spots help you because they definitely
The
should.
icebox, the icebox op stuff you showed me, people always type in all chat about me.
You want me to show you some
The
op things real quick for this map?
sure. Like on the head glitch angle and then the backside rafters.
Yeah, so here I'll run through these really quick. So basically you hold here. If you hear them jumping up top, you minimize that angle and you just hold like this.
Yeah,
Uh you can go like this.
this is pretty obvious. Yeah.
It's obvious, but you get the kill and then you're out. Um from here
I usually
it's
like the other side of mid, not cat.
yeah, you can do that. You don't have to. This is good though. This is a good spot to op from. So
Yeah,
you
probably
just
need to not have gun advantage.
but basically after you take a shot with an op on this map or on any map you get a kill or you take a shot, you need to rotate like immediately. Not like across the map, but like if you take a shot right here,
Get
you'd
away.
go up here or peek A main.
Uh huh. I got like, what? Would you buy op on attack or no?
Yeah,
I've been
sure.
telling myself no, but like I don't
Like,
know.
don't do it if you're gonna break your whole team's economy. But
No, like when if I have enough money, I just feel like it's not as good on attack.
it's not as good, but it's really good still. Cause like,
Alright.
especially if you're playing against an aggressive defensive team, or if you easily take a site, then you can just hold spike. Cause think about it, once you have a site and you plant the spike, you're basically just playing defense,
Yeah, because I'm
except because
pretty
you have the
good with
spike.
it, but like I've been telling myself that I shouldn't use it on attack. I don't
You
know.
should use it less, but you should still use it if you can, and if
Yeah.
you know you're gonna get kills
Alright.
with it, or there's like a chance you'll. But yeah, you can opt like
I'm just
this.
afraid to give it to them. That's the main thing.
Yeah, no, that's a good fear. So I would just hold like this, unless you see them
Uh,
jumping up, you could kind of like,
this is what I peeked the other, yeah, like the other,
and you
yeah,
can hold
I do
this,
this like a lot. That's
and then try to get out. And then also over here, same thing.
I never opt this,
Just op it.
but
This is the
I
same
probably
thing
should.
as peeking A main.
I used to, yeah, like a
It doesn't really
probably
matter as much how you peek. It just you got it there. Also up here is really good because you can rotate to mid very quickly.
alright, yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
But
I mean, you can
yeah,
off from
those
anywhere. You
are
can off from
good
over
spots.
here.
With like it was like icebox. There's like things you can get on top of that you can only
Yeah,
see their head. And yeah, like that. Like they
yeah,
get really mad.
yeah. And then if you play in that spot, they'll get really mad too. I promise.
All right.
But yeah, hit
Well,
me
I'll
up.
see you
Let me
later.
know if it
Yeah,
helps anything.
I'll tell you. I'll see you later if I get anything. Not
Yeah, for
soon.
sure. We'll have another session in the future as well. But for now,
All right.
I'll talk to you later, man.
Yeah.
Have a good
You too.
day.
See. Ya.
See you.